What's up everyone, it's Corey from Morph Gaming and welcome to a little bit of gameplay on Destiny. It's actually some older gameplay, but seeing as the new DLC is coming out, or actually by the time I post this probably will be out, The Dark Below, I thought I'd bring some of my best gameplay that I recorded on the game, basically when I used to play it a lot. I will be going back to it to play the new raid for sure. That's going to be awesome. There's also going to be a new strike coming out as well, which should be pretty good. And they're both going to be on the moon and fighting the Hive, so it should be pretty fun. A big difference from the old raid which we had before, which was of course Vex, and yeah, they're a very different enemy. It should be pretty good. I came in there, got the first kill, but actually got taken out with a knife as well. Sometimes you get that trade, sometimes you get to kill them first. A good tip for that is basically if you can like get some bullets into them before you stab them, usually you'll get that first kill. This is back when the source was really powerful. I'm not sure if they've nerfed it by now, but yeah, it used to be so good. Like, it's basically one of my favorite guns in any game ever because it kicks up like perfectly to the head, so you can just get those headshots like really easily, really nicely. And it's got insane damage as well. At first you're not going to like the really slow fire rate, but then once you get used to it, just look at that. It's so gorgeous. It's right on target, it's completely accurate, hits their heads, and you know, it just melts them. That's what I was saying right there before. Put a couple of shots in them before you stab them, so that way if they haven't got enough shots into you, when they go to stab you, you'll go red, but you won't die, and they will die because you put those first few shots into them. So that's a good tip for when you're playing the multiplayer. Because this game probably isn't on the top of people's playlists at the moment, although I do see like a lot of my friends are still playing Destiny at the moment, so it may be because the DLC is like coming back out. It could be also because this game actually has like pretty good replay value, and it's a good game to like pick up and like have something different. It doesn't get old very quickly, but the multiplayer experience, you basically need people with you. Yeah, in this game, I think I had three friends in with me, and it just makes it so much more fun when you have actually like half decent players and you're just like talking to them. Whereas like in Call of Duty and other sorts of games, you can just drop into a lobby by yourself and do really well and like have as much fun as when you're with your friends. But this one, it's like you need the friends for the raids, you need them for the strikes, you need them for the multiplayer to make it really fun, to make it what it's supposed to be, like a really team-based game. And yeah, this control game mode, it's basically domination. It's not my favorite of game modes in this. I actually like the 3v3 one because you basically get to play like, it's sort of like a game mode from the old Halo days where you used to have like teams of two. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but yeah, it feels a lot like that. So you can like actually have a lot of fun in that. The controller is pretty good as well. I usually tend to go just for like outslaying the enemy, because your teammates will generally go and get on the flags. So if you're near one, obviously get on it, but if you're not, just outslaying, usually your teammates will take flags. Look at this guy, not even dying from like so many stabs. I was like, what? Hacker? But then I realized he was just leaving the game. Apparently you get invincible when you're trying to leave the game. Or maybe he's already left. It takes a few seconds to like despawn him or something. I didn't know that before. That was the first time I've seen that. And yeah, for some reason I wasn't showing my class, I was just changing. One of my friends was basically telling me that the Blade Dancer, which is pretty much the most overpowered class in PvP, works really well with Blink, which is the little like teleport thing. It takes a lot of time to get used to Blink though. This was the first time I tried it in multiplayer, so PvP, so I was doing really badly with it, just like jumping into walls and stuff. Basically what it does is, if you just do like a single jump and then hit it, you'll go forward pretty fast, and it's just sort of like extending your momentum, so whichever direction you're traveling towards, it'll boost you in that direction. So even if you're looking one way and you're going another way, you're like running say backwards and then you hit it, I believe you go backwards? I'm not sure about backwards though, but every other direction is whatever momentum you're going towards, wherever your momentum is going, you'll go that way a bit quicker. And right here I'm like playing around with it like crazy. It is a lot of fun to use, and like less experienced players will lose you like quite easily when you hit it. But unless you're gonna use it a lot, honestly, I find the standard jump a little bit easier. It's especially one downfall to it is when you have rockets. You can't get that height that you need for rockets when you're using blink. So it's harder to get kills with the rockets when you have blink. But of course you can blink upwards and then use them. But it's just a little bit more difficult. Of course, Blade Dancer has this super OP supercharge, which is basically like a one-hit kill on everyone. I think it's 2 or 3 on someone else in Blade Dancer, but other than that, it just rips into people. And it has the area of effect attack as well if you put that upgrade on, which is pretty good. If there's like a whole swarm of them, you hit that right trigger or something, and yeah, it just puts out a bit of an area of effect. But usually I just hit the bumper to just keep knifing and like doing the quick stomp to the side. Not really, stop sidestepping, sort of. And yeah, the rockets in this, like seriously, once you have rocket ammo, you've got some extra kills up your sleeve just because of that rocket ammo. Right here, you're seeing what I was saying, like it's quite hard to get that extra height. If I had the standard jump right there, I would have got that kill, but didn't have the standard jump, couldn't get the extra height, couldn't get the shot right on the ground where I wanted it, so I got taken out there, unfortunately. But yeah, this game's actually a lot of fun. Like, I don't know how many of you, probably a lot of you have already played it and bought it, like it's been out for a long time now. But you know, like how long standard like Call of Duties and like Halos and stuff like that will last in their multiplayer. This one, apparently they had like a 10-year plan for it. I reckon it's still pretty fun. Like, the servers are pretty lively still as well, and there are still quite a few like people playing it as opposed to playing Advanced Warfare or whatever else. But it's not gonna last as long as COD and stuff. So I'm giving it probably like a couple, more than like a couple months, say like 6 months probably, and then it's going to start dying off, I'd say. And then of course when they bring out like the next Destiny or whatever, it's going to keep getting better, and it might eventually become like one of the biggest franchises. I mean, it had one of the biggest launches out of any game ever, so that just goes to show that it did really well with something completely different and people liked it. So if they can like keep that up and just keep improving. I didn't really like how they've done the DLC. Like, I know it is basically how a lot of other major games do it. They release it a lot later, but they've put a lot of story into the DLC, and you miss out on that if you don't buy it. So for the people who aren't buying, I am going to buy it, but for the people who don't buy it, they're not going to enjoy the story as much because they miss out on so much of it. So that's one thing. No, the story is pretty weak. It's a good story. It's not a bad story. It's just there's not enough of it. I mean, it's good, and we want more. So give us more. And yeah, we managed to win this game pretty easily. Yeah, doubled their score pretty much. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. We'll be back with some more like tech and Advanced Warfare and other content coming soon. We also have a really exciting Minecraft series, which you're gonna see in the next video I upload. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Until next time, happy gaming.